Hey. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I am Sabrina Williams, and welcome to another episode of Shine Bright with Sabrina. And I am your host, Sabrina Shine Williams. And today is my first time going live. So you guys just bear with us just a second. I have a great guest that is on with me today. I'm so grateful that she decided to come to talk to us because look, harmony and health, our time is running out. So we got to get it together. And it is my pleasure to introduce my guest, Coach Jamila. She's a total wellness coach, an author, speaker, Good Morning Texas guest, and the CEO of Grace and Grit Coaching. Jamila, say hello to my listeners and tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Yes. Hello, everybody. Sabrina, thank you for having me. I'm super excited to be on your amazing show. So, a little bit about me. Again, I'm a total wellness coach. And what I love to do is I'm really passionate about supporting women, especially moms and career women, on creating sustainable lifestyle changes that will help them overcome weight gain. I like it to be where it doesn't feel like it's another thing they're adding to their plate, right? We're so busy already. And so I like to show my clients strategies and techniques and simple ways they can incorporate healthy habits so that they can live a healthy lifestyle and prioritize their health and keep their cup full so they can be a blessing to their family, to themselves, and to those they're called to. So, yeah.
Yes, because we got to keep our cups full. And when we overflow, then we can help people from our overflow, okay?
Yes, that's it.
So let me ask you this. How did you get involved in health and wellness, or why did you get involved in this area?
So I'm a believer that seeds are sown in our lives on so many occasions, and oftentimes we don't realize it until we are walking in our purpose. So I remember when I was younger, I had great examples growing up. One story that you know, Sabrina, is my granddad. He was a walker. He walked every single day. It didn't matter what the season was. And of course, I would love to go with him. So I asked him if I could go on this walk with him, thinking because he's an older gentleman at the time, he was 60-ish. And I was like, oh, he old. So I'm gonna be able to hang with him, because I was 12 at the time, around 12. And so, anyways, long story short, I went on this walk with him and I thought I was gonna die. I mean, he was walking for like 2 hours and I was complaining and whining. And I believe after that walk, I looked at him differently. I was like, this man is a beast. This man is amazing that he could do this and do it every single day. He always used to tell me, baby, you have to exercise your mind and your body every day. And that's something that I've never forgotten. So he definitely sowed a seed in my life when I was really young. Um, I always just had a passion for health and wellness. I saw a lot of family members struggle with cancer and diabetes. And I was like, I need to dig in and find ways that I can help individuals be proactive about their health and not have to suffer from these preventable diseases. So I'm really passionate about helping individuals and just really showing them a way to prioritize their health.
So one of the things that I read is, I'm looking at it trying to make sure I get it right, that you
Yes.
help busy career women, entrepreneurs, which also include moms, and you have a way of helping us to make it easier to achieve our goals. Can you give us some tips on that?
Yeah. So when I say easier, it's about creating systems, right? A
Mm.
lot of us don't have systems in place. So it's challenging because we're just kind of like, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that. And there's so many things going on in our mind that we feel like we need to do, and there's no clarity. So the tip, one of the tips that is really helpful is you have to create a system that's going to help you be able to create a healthy habit. For example, um, what I like to tell some of my clients, you need to have a trigger. For example, you wake up every morning and you brush your teeth, right? Like everyone, well, I hope so. Some people may not. But for the most part, every morning when you wake up, the trigger is I'm waking up, I'm getting out of bed. It might be I drink some water and then I go brush my teeth. There's a connection. So the same with healthy habits. You need to have some type of trigger to connect you to this healthy habit that's going to cause you to do it every day. Going back to drinking water. Like I'll put water on my nightstand every night to remind me when I get up, there's my water. Let me make sure I hydrate first thing in the morning. So you need to have a trigger that's going to help you create a system that's going to help you create a habit. So that's just one of the tips is systems and habits to help you be consistent.
Mm,
Yeah.
that's good. I am being convicted at this moment.
Oh,
Because I had started drinking the water. I read somewhere that I needed to drink 16 ounces of water when I get up in the morning to rehydrate. So I did it for a little while and then I stopped. And as you were talking, I realized I stopped leaving it on my desk that's right there to
mm,
remind me to go drink. So I didn't have that trigger to say, Sabrina, you need to go drink some water right now.
yeah. Yeah. Because out of sight, out of mind, most of the time, if you don't see it, you're most likely not going to do it. So, yeah, Sabrina, put that water back on your nightstand.
Mm, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna put it back over there. I'm gonna put it back over there. Everybody listening, y'all put your water on the nightstand too, so you can hydrate in the morning.
Yes.
So let me ask you, what is your favorite routine?
Ooh, I definitely am a believer of having a morning walk as soon as I shouldn't say as soon as I wake up. I have 5 kids. So, I got to take care of them in the morning. But as soon as I get done with like doing my daughter's hair before I start work, I make it a point to at least get outside, get some sunlight, take a walk for at least 10 to 15 minutes. It doesn't have to be long. Um, and that is really important to me. I'm getting my vitamin D, I'm moving my body. I during that time I pray and I give gratitude. It's like my time where I get to get physical, um, and make sure that my mind is in the right place before I start the day. And another thing I really aim to do, I'm still working on it though, is not get on my phone first thing in the morning. You start scrolling, you get down this rabbit hole, and then you find yourself, at least in my experience, I'm like, oh, I didn't even get my walk in because I got caught up on this phone. So just putting my phone to the side and leaving it over there and really making a point to get my walk every single morning is my one of my favorite things to do in the morning.
So, do you do this every morning, 5 days a week, 6 days, 7 days? How many days a week do you aim for?
It's usually Monday through Friday.
Okay.
Usually Monday through Friday. I have a routine, like before I start work. So it's usually Monday through Friday when I do the morning walks. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
You might be enticing me to think about going outside and taking a walk in the morning. Not for that long. Maybe I'll just go outside. I'm gonna start with just going outside in the morning.
Come on. It's about small, simple steps. You get outside, and then the next thing you know, you may be like, you know what, I'm gonna put one foot in front of the other. And then the next thing you know, you're like, well, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and walk 5 minutes. It's just about starting somewhere. That's the key. So yeah,
Yeah, so I'm gonna start somewhere.
yes.
It's
I'm gonna check in. I'm gonna check in with you.
like, did you go outside today? Did you go outside this morning? And is
Right.
it better to go out in the morning? Why is it important to start your day that way?
Ooh, because first of all, our body is on a natural circadian rhythm. Okay. And the light helps to reduce our melatonin. It helps to wake up our body, wake up our mind. And at the same token, the nighttime is supposed to help melatonin increase, help you start feeling sleepy. But because we have so many distractions like our phones and the TV and all this light coming through, a lot of people are off track with sleep. So it's really important to get outside in the morning so that you can wake up your body, get out of that sleep mode and have energy. That really helps energize your body as well because you're moving it, getting the muscles warmed up, getting that blood flowing. So, yeah, there's so many benefits to just getting outside, getting the vitamin D, which a lot of us are lacking, and getting your body moving for the day.
Mm, okay. That's encouraging. It's something that I probably will attempt to incorporate.
Yes. Yes. Attempt to or will incorporate.
You did catch that. You did catch that. I will incorporate. I will incorporate. Okay.
Okay, I like that.
So I'm looking at your bio and looking at everything. You were on Good Morning Texas.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Ooh, well, I will say I got I will say my dad is the introduction king, okay? He will make introductions on so many things, and so he knows somebody who goes to their church, him and my mom. And he sent me the information. He was like, "This is an introduction, contact her and see if you can get on." I was like, "Okay, what do I do? Like, do I just send her an email?" So, anyways, I had to come up with the pitch,
Mhm.
right? On like why I need to go on Good Morning Texas, why y'all need me to come on. So I created a pitch, talking about my business, talking about my journal, and I didn't hear back from anybody for like 2 weeks. So in fact, I was like, well, let me just follow up to see, like, hey, maybe they just missed it. So as soon as I was about to follow up, somebody sent me an email. The producer sent me an email and she was like, hey, can you come on the show Friday? It was like Monday. It was like, this Friday, can you come on the show? We have a segment that will be perfect for you. Um, so that was a blessing. And then, it was a great opportunity for me to just be able to promote my business, promote the benefits of having my journal, which is a health and wellness journal and tracker. And at the time I was doing a conference. And so to share that, it was just a great opportunity to be able to get out there in front of more people that usually I probably wouldn't be able to get in front of. So I think it was a divine opportunity for sure.
That sounds amazing. Now, you mentioned a couple of times to promote your journal and the benefit of your journal. So, do you have your journal for us to see? And how can somebody, what is your journal all about? Tell me about your journal.
Yes. So it's called Girl, Get Your Groove Back, right? And it's basically a health and wellness journal and tracker. It's an opportunity for, I mean, I love helping women, but men can get it as well. But it's an opportunity for you to keep track of your progress. I do have a copy. Listen, this is my little bootleg setup. So it's on top of my journal, but we're going to pull it down for a minute. We're going to pull it down and let's see if it's not going to fall. Okay. So this is my journal.
Oh, nice.
Okay. It's a keepsake journal as well. It's a hardcover. It's not meant for you to throw away. It's meant for you to go back and look at your progress. You can set goals. You can work through habits. So like water intake, for example, there's a tracker for water. There's an opportunity for you to do meal planning, for you to give gratitude, which I think is really important. Considering the stressors in this world today, we need to give gratitude every single day. But yeah, lots of different trackers. And then there's a space for you to just free write. Like in these spaces, I like to write like my manifestations, my prayers, my dreams. So it's on Amazon. All you need to do is search Girl, Get Your Groove Back, and it will pull up on Amazon and it'll be to you in a few days through Amazon Prime. So definitely check it out and take advantage of this journal.
Nice, nice, nice. I
Yeah.
love that. I love that. So let me ask you a question. I ask all my guests what piece of advice they would give their younger self about shining.
Ooh. Mm. The first thing that comes to my mind is authenticity. Definitely authenticity, because I would say like even before I got into the health and wellness space, working in corporate, and I know you can relate, a lot of code switching because I felt that was necessary for me to fit in, for me to grow with the company. Um, I definitely wasn't my authentic self, and a lot of people pleasing was done. So I would tell my younger self, be proud of who you are, be you in the fullness. And it's okay if you don't know exactly who you are all the way yet. Continue to walk and discover and grow in who you are. Um, and I think when I was younger too, I was always like, what's my purpose? I don't know what I'm called to do. Like, Lord, give me a sign. Like, I was always like, I don't know. I would tell my younger self to be patient and enjoy the journey because I've discovered that the journey led me to my purpose. And when I finally pulled back and stopped trying to manifest my own destiny, if that makes sense, when I finally pulled back, it's like it all made sense. Things started to come when I was when I took the control away and I allowed the Father to to move. So so yeah, that's what I would tell my younger self. That's a great question.
That's a great answer, and it's
Yeah.
so truthful. It's so truthful. That trying to find your purpose,
Mhm.
most of us don't understand while we're on that journey that this is the journey to lead you to your purpose, and just keep walking. If you keep walking it, your purpose is going to show up as long as you're open and available.
Yes. That's it. That's it. We have to be open and available. And I think we're so often trying to control it. We're trying to like, ooh, this event that's coming up, this is it. I'm gonna get a breakthrough. And then it doesn't happen and you're disappointed. So yeah, when we just finally let go and just let it be, but still put action behind it. But yeah, I totally agree. I agree with that. Yeah.
Yes, yes, it's that control that's the issue most of the time.
Hmm.
Um, mm, let's let it be. Well, is there anything you want to leave my listeners with, or any tips, or anything you want to leave my listeners with, and also
Hmm.
include how they can follow you and contact you?
Okay. So sure, I have a few tips. So I actually was talking to a client today, and this gentleman, well, he's a gentleman. I know I deal with a lot of women, but he is a gentleman. He's 82 years old. And
Ooh.
when he told me his age, I said, well, I didn't say it, but I was thinking, shut your mouth. You are not. Because he looked 50. And I said, what are you doing on a daily basis to look the way you look and feel the way you feel? Because he was like, I feel good. So he told me he does 20 push ups a day, he walks 2 miles a day, and he lifts weights every day. And then he reminded me of this acronym that I want to share because I thought that's it. The key to longevity, I believe, and it goes back to even what my granddad said, exercise your mind and your body every day. There's an acronym called SEEDS, SEEDS. Many of you have probably heard of it. But the key to longevity is social interactions, but healthy social interactions and connections, right? That's the S. The E is exercise. The second E is education. You have to keep learning and growing to keep your brain young. The D is for diet. And then the last S is for sleep. So if you have healthy social connections, you're exercising, you're continuously educating yourself, you're being mindful of your diet, and you are getting proper sleep, that is the key to longevity and health. And I think a lot of us underestimate the power of many of those things. Like sleep, for example. We're constantly like, it's okay if I, get 3 hours or 4 hours of sleep. That's all my body needs. But sleep is so powerful. So that would be my one tip is really be mindful of the seeds that you sow in your life and that you do with your temple. And then the second thing I would encourage people to think about is The power of food. So food is medicine, but food can also be poison. So I encourage people to be wise on the foods that they put in their body. Aim for real food. In other words, foods that are not processed, the ingredient list, you can actually read it, right? It's not, 20 different ingredients. Aim for real foods and then envision what your body is doing when you feed and fuel your body with real food. So aim to make sure food is medicine to your body and not poison to your body. So those would be two tips or two things I would encourage people, food for thought, to think about.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good. So first we have the seeds. We need some healthy social interaction.
Mm-hmm.
Um, E is for exercise. The other E is for education. You want me to educate my mind, just keep it going. The
Mm-hmm.
D is for diet. What am I eating? And the S is for sleep. You
Yes.
want me to get some sleep if I want to live long in a healthy life.
Yes.
Whew, okay. And then we have to remember the power of food, which goes back to your diet, because food can be medicine, but it also can be poison if we're not eating the right type of food.
Yes.
How much sleep do you say someone should get on average?
You should get at least between 7 and 9 hours of sleep. 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Now, the older we get, we can get less. And I would say, 40s, 50s and up, 7 to 8 hours. And the younger we are, we need at least 8 to 9 hours. Um, but yeah, minimum 7 hours, minimum for sleep. Because here's the thing, sleep is when the magic happens. All the exercise that we do, when we sleep, is when the weight starts to come off. It's not during the exercise process. The magic happens when you sleep because your body is rejuvenating itself during that time. And so a lot of people who may struggle with weight and not losing weight, it could be their sleep routine is disrupted. It could be their stress is too high. There's so many things that we don't think about outside of exercise and nutrition that could be impacting the weight. So yeah, sleep is so important. And there's been lots of studies with people who are not getting proper sleep, who end up having diseases, having cancer, because their body is not able to rejuvenate like it should. So don't underestimate the power of sleep. It's very, very important. Definitely prioritize sleep every single day.
Okay. Have a conversation in my house about sleep because 7 hours minimum. Okay.
Yes. But you know what helps? What can help with that? So like, I was talking about the circadian rhythm, right? So if you can set a schedule where you go to sleep and you wake up at the same time every single day, even on the weekend, initially it might be a little challenging because your body doesn't like it because you've got your body accustomed to something else. But if you do it consistently, you will naturally be tired at a certain time. Your melatonin levels, like I said, will start to rebalance themselves and it will spike when it's supposed to, and you'll naturally wake up even without an alarm. When your circadian rhythm is balanced and you have set times to go to sleep and wake up every single day, even the weekends, it makes it a lot easier for you to get full rest. And sometimes there's other factors. I don't know if we have enough time to talk about it, but sometimes people have adrenal stress, which usually means they're waking up in the middle of the night. They're having a hard time getting back to sleep. And that's a whole other factor. Adrenal stress, there's a pose that I like to recommend. I learned from a naturopathic doctor. It's called the Tahiti vacation pose. And basically, you lay flat on your back and you put your legs up 90 degrees, like on a chair or a bench. You relax for 15 minutes, set a timer. And what this does is it relaxes your adrenals and it helps people to sleep through the night because the adrenals are relaxed versus in that fight or flight mode. If you're in fight or flight when you're sleeping, you're not going to sleep good. So that's a little trick I tell people to do if they're struggling with sleep disruptions and they're waking up through the night is do that pose to help relax those adrenals so that you can get consistent sleep without waking up through the night. And then also don't drink liquids at least 2 hours before bed because sometimes that's the only problem. People got their bladder is full and they need to go to the bathroom.
So true, so true, so true. This has been so educational. I appreciate you coming on because that's what I want my podcast to be about, giving us some education, some tips and tricks on things that we can do so we can be a healthier, happier person.
Yeah.
So, how can my listeners follow you, contact you, reach you?
Well, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Coach Jamila Ani. Coach Jamila Ani, JamilaOni. I'm also on TikTok. It's just Coach Jamila without my middle name. And then my website is CoachJamilaAni.com.
All right. So that's CoachJamilaAni.com is your website. And they can find you on Facebook and Instagram at Coach Jamila Ani. I got that scrolling down at the bottom for you so that people can actually reach out to you. Once again, thank you for being our guest today. My name is Sabrina Williams, and I'm so grateful that you all are here listening to Shine Bright with Sabrina. And my desire is that you receive some information that will help you to live a brighter life because I know that together we shine brighter. And you can follow me on any of the social medias at Sabrina Shine Williams. All social medias, I should be under at Sabrina Shine Williams. And if you want to listen to the podcast, you can do that at shinebrightwithsabrina.com. That's www.shinebrightwithsabrina.com. Or wherever you like to watch your streaming, you may do that there. So once again, thank you for joining us today and have a great day. Remember, together we shine brighter. This is where we elevate stories to amplify impact. Have a great day.